They began making their way to Mackinaw City on September 11th, the owners of antique tractors of all shapes and color and size. And though the hundreds of members of tractor clubs from every corner of the state would awake to a rainy morning on September 12th, their spirits were never dampened, for it was to be a historic day, the largest ever gathering of antique tractors for the first ever crossing of the Mackinaw Bridge. Chum Oswald is from Levering, Michigan, just 11 miles south of the bridge, and though he lives down below, as they say, he belongs to the Eastern Upper Peninsula Tractor Club. He brought his 1949 Red Belly Ford 8N to the event. Given to him years ago, he completed the restoration last winter, topping it off by dropping in a flathead Ford V8 engine.
I think we're fortunate that we live here, and this is right in our backyard, and I love tractors, so this is really something for me, and I think it's the greatest thing that ever happened up here, to see this many tractors in one spot.
With the anticipation building for a midday crossing of the Mackinaw Straits, the morning rain came to an end. With towels in hand, tractor owners like Tom Cullimore from Williamston began drying off their prized possessions. Tom is president of the All Color Antique Tractor Club, and their 131 members in attendance made them the largest group there.
Tell you a little bit about my tractor here. It's a 1951 AO. The A stands for the model, O stands for orchard. You can tell with the full fenders and skirting it has on the tractor, that's so it can drive through the orchard without harming the trees, and the fruit and the leaves and the branches go over the tractor. This particular tractor was built in 1951 and sent straight to the cherry orchards up in Traverse City, Michigan. And when I got it 11 years ago, it was a pile of junk. All the sheet metal was off of it, had the wrong carburetor, did not run. It was a 2-year restoration, but since we've got it done, we've had an awful lot of fun with it.
2 other yellow and green tractors from the 1950s on hand were brought by Leo and Eleanor Dietrich of Conklin, members of the Antique Power Club. And as you can see, the smiles on their faces and Eleanor's enthusiasm said it all.
It's been a long time in the planning, and of course this is the first time ever going across the bridge with tractors, so we got a 630 John Deere and a 70 John Deere that we're we've restored them a little bit, and been working on them over the last couple of years. One's a 1959 and the other one is 1958.
With such a large gathering, a drawing was held to determine which tractor club would lead the parade over the bridge. The one that was picked chose their longtime member Gary Pollock from Howell to lead the way on his 1940 Farmall H.
Quite a privilege to be able to be the first one to go. We're the IH Collectors Michigan Chapter 11. There's actually 310 members in our club. It's a statewide club. We meet once a quarter, someplace different each time in the state. So it's a pretty unique group. We have a lot of our members belong to more than one club, like I do. I belong to another club besides. So, everybody has their interests, and some of them have John Deere besides the Redmond. So it makes it fun, but we have a good time with it.
With engines warmed up and ready to go, the parade was on as over 600 tractors bearing names like Alice Chalmers, Oliver, and Minneapolis Moline made their way through Mackinaw City to the entrance ramp to the bridge. They represented clubs from the tip of the Mitt, the Genesee Valley, Kalamazoo, and Berry County, among others, in a true showing of camaraderie. With the right-hand northbound lane of the bridge all to themselves, with flags waving and smiles on their faces, the months of planning and waiting had finally paid off. With the 5-mile span behind them and the parade through St. Ignace on the north side of the bridge complete, the participants were already looking back on the event with glee, even if some needed a little help along the way.
This is one of the neatest things that we've ever done, is to be able to come across the bridge and do something like this, and to get a bunch of old farmers and take some old junk across like this one. Yeah, we had some problems today. We blew up a motor. My wife's tractor died, but all in all, we all got a smile on our face, and we're just enjoying life right now. So this is one of the best things that we've done in a long time.
It was a fun trip. It's awesome going across the bridge there. Never done nothing like that before, but it's cool.
It's a different experience. It's been fun. It's kind of one of them first or once in a lifetime things. It's been very fun. Very enjoyable. I brought my wife. She's driving with my dad's tractor. It's been quite an experience.
Discussions are reportedly taking place about a future bridge crossing. In the meantime, you can download a souvenir photo layout from the event, created by Michigan Farm Bureau photographer Paul Jackson and graphic artist Stephanie Lonier, by logging on to MichiganFarmNews.com.